Nutan Adarsh College, Umred. Honorable Dr. Sanjeev Kondekar Sir, Coordinator, IQAC, Nutan Adarsh College, Umred, and all the esteemed participants who have joined this symposium from all the directions of the country. I am honored to welcome you all in today's symposium on Beyond Accreditation, the role of IQAC in sustaining quality enhancement practices, organized on 21st August 2025 by Nutan Adarsh Arts, Commerce and Srimati Maniben Harilal Begad Science College, Umred. I warmly welcome you all in this August gathering. We all know that IQAC plays a crucial role in higher education institutions to ensure and enhance the quality of education, and this IQAC is mandated in all the institutions. IQAC is considered an integral part of the quality assurance mechanism. It works for quality assurance, accreditation preparation, institutional planning and development, continuous monitoring and evaluation, feedback mechanism, promotion of research and innovation, and professional development. IQAC works for both pre and post accreditation quality sustenance. Today, we have joined here together with a shared purpose and common goal, and I am confident that the discussion that we have today here and the interaction that takes place here today will be stimulating and enriching for everyone. To illustrate the theme of today's symposium, I would like to invite Dr. Sanjeev Kondekar Sir, Coordinator, IQAC, Nutan Adarsh College, Umred, to make an introductory remark. Dr. Sanjeev Kondekar Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. A warm welcome to one and all present here. All the dignitaries, panelists, participants, my colleagues, teammates, all are welcome here in this symposium. All the participants who have joined, not only from the Maharashtra, but also from the different parts of the country, be it Punjab, MP, UP, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, all are welcome here. This symposium, which is on the topic of accreditation, beyond accreditation, the role of IQAC in sustaining quality enhancement practices. It has two actually basic things, accreditation and quality. When we are talking about accreditation and the quality, both are not synonymous things. Sometimes we think that we got accreditation, it means we have quality. Actually, accreditation happens on a certain point of time in time. But the quality is a culture. Quality is a sustained thing. It is a journey. It is not just the aim. So that is why we have just decided to hold this symposium on this topic. Then comes the role of IQAC. IQAC is just not the committee which just adhere to rule and it is about the documentation. It is not about that. It can be said that it is the heartbeat center of any institution. It is an important department which just promote innovation in teaching and learning. It encourages research, then it strengthens feedback system, community engagement, etc. The purpose of this symposium is to move discussions beyond this accreditation thing. We have to go beyond that and we have to just discuss what is the role of IQAC. Then we have to position IQAC as a mentor, not as a monitor only. I actually want to thank our principal, Dr. Archana Chaudhary ma'am, who has just given us this opportunity to hold this symposium. With her guidance and vision, we are holding this symposium. Thanks are due to Dr. Pandurang Barkele sir, Dr. Shivaji Mehte sir, because of whom we get to know and get connected with Dr. Prabhakar Pabrikar, Dr. Pramod Pabrikar sir, and Dr. Satyavan Hanegave sir. And I must also appreciate the efforts taken by our team, IQAC team, and all the teachers non-teaching staff, and students. I welcome you all once again, and there can be some takeaways from this symposium. I welcome you all to participate actively in this symposium, which will be fruitful to all of us. Thank you very much. Over to Minna ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your remark. Your remark will certainly provide an appropriate setting for the theme of today's symposium. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Before we proceed, let me take a moment to appreciate the guiding force and the inspiration behind this event. Our principal ma'am, Honorable Dr. Archana Chaudhary ma'am, for organizing such a wonderful event on such a vital topic. With this, I am pleased to invite Honorable Dr. Archana Chaudhary ma'am, Principal, Nutan Adarsh College, for welcome speech. Dr. Archana Chaudhary ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay.
Very much clear.
Good morning, everyone. As a head of the institute, I take this opportunity to welcome Chairperson and Chief Speaker for today's symposium, respected Dr. Pramod Pabrekar sir, then Dr. Satyavan Hanegave sir, our one of the panelists, and our very own Dr. Vinay Kumar Upadhyay sir, heads of the department, all the participants from various parts of the India, and our very vibrant IQAC coordinator, Dr. Sanjeev Kondekar and his team. I welcome you all to this symposium on a very important and significant theme beyond accreditation, the role of IQAC in sustaining quality enhancement practices. Actually, IQAC, the name says it all. Everything lies in its name, and the NAAC has very appropriately gave this title to this particular cell. Generally, it is observed that this IQAC becomes very active and all the members become very vibrant during the submission of SSR, that is during the NAAC cycle and during the submission of AQAR. But actually, quality in educational institute should not be seen only as a requirement for getting accreditation. It may be NAAC or NBA as in technical institutes. Actually, it is a long-term process of improvement that benefits all the stakeholders. Now, this continuous quality improvement goes beyond one-time evaluation, like during NAAC cycles, and it establishes a system for regular monitoring, review, and improvement. Continuous improvement should be there. Now, getting accreditation is just the beginning. Actually, true quality goes beyond the accreditation. It's about creating a culture of excellence, innovation, accountability, and holistic development that sustains with or without external evaluation. For quality, the external evaluation should not be required, actually. And we need to put continuous efforts. As rightly said, quality is never an accident. It is always the result of intelligent efforts. It is about the habit. It's about the culture. And everybody in the institute, whether they are part of IQAC, in a team of IQAC or not, ultimately IQAC represents the college as a whole. So everybody in the college, teaching, non-teaching staff, even students, they should contribute for the quality improvement. Now we know that in the education policy, new education policy which is implemented, so IQAC also need to think from a different perspectives while implementing different policy, different quality improvement strategies. Actually, this IQAC is a nerve center for planning, guiding, monitoring the quality assurance and quality enhancement activity of the institution. Actually, it is a mindset which we need to develop. Everybody need to develop. Like we know that IQAC team is not only like the criteria in charges. They are not only the they had to compile the data. Actually, what we do during this AQR and SSR submission, we take the data, compile it, and then submit it in the NAAC formats. Actually, they should think that what is required, how we can do the incremental improvements. It should not be related to accreditation, and it should whatever quality practices we are implementing, they should be outcome based. Once they are outcome based, automatically the data and documentation is generated because it says it all. So this is how we need to think. We need to set our benchmarks, we need to raise the bar, and we need to compete with ourselves only, what we have done in the previous year, what we can do new, and everybody should contribute to it. Because this IQAC channelize all the efforts towards the holistic development of the institute. And I think this topic, what today's symposium topic will really help every one of us, because the speaker, the chief speaker and the chairperson, he's such a great person, and he has this NAAC and IQAC on these quality initiatives in his blood. So we are very much grateful to you, Pavrekar sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule, and you will be guiding us today. And we are thankful to Hanegave sir and Vinay Kumar Upadhyay sir also. And I hope the deliberations in today's symposium will be fruitful and everybody will get benefited from this. So I wish all the best and thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your kind and inspiring words. Thank you very much. Dear participants, today we are incredibly fortunate to have some distinguished speakers with us. Now, I cordially invite Honorable Dr. Satyavan Hanegave sir for his expert talk. Before that, I request Dr. Prashant Raut sir to introduce Honorable Dr. Satyavan Hanegave sir to our participants. Dr. Prashant Raut sir.
Good morning, all of you. I am
एक
here
रिक्वेस्ट
to...
है, सॉरी प्रशांत जी, 1 minute. प्रिंसिपल मैडम, एक रिक्वेस्ट है, before you proceed further, why don't you ask everybody to put on their video so that you can have snaps.
Okay.
That is
Actually,
better.
sir, we
So
can.
otherwise,
Yeah.
once you the thing, we will not get it. It's
Yeah.
a very good
We'll
kind of
ask.
thing. Please
Yeah.
ask
And
somebody
then
to do
later
it.
on, we may ask, because the data, I think it will be consumed more. So for photograph purpose, I request all the participants to put on their cameras so that we can have a photographs. Conductor, sir, you can have the snaps.
Yes.
And for during every speaker, when they speak, you can have the snaps. And then later on, we can ask the participant to put off the camera. Okay?
Thank you, madam. Sorry.
Okay. Now it's all right. So thank you so much.
Good morning, all of you. I am here to introduce distinguished speaker, Dr. Satyavan Hanegave sir. Dr. Hanegave sir is an associate professor and head of the Department of English at KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce, Mumbai, an autonomous institution affiliated with University of Mumbai. He also served as Vice Principal, IQAC Coordinator, and Coordinator for Autonomy at the college. Dr. Hanegave sir holds a PhD and is actively involved in academic administration, curriculum development, and research with expertise in modern literature and literature studies. He leads the department's undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs in English, fostering a learner-centric curriculum aligned with UGC guidelines and NAAC expectation. Additionally, he is a member of the college academic board and alumni association, contributing to institutional growth and student welfare. His leadership extends to the English Athenaeum, a literary association promoting students' literary interest through various activities. He has published more than 20 research papers in leading research journal on literature, language, translation, and education. He has been elected as Senate member, University of Mumbai, contributing in the design of various policies and budgets of the University of Mumbai. So thank you so much, and over to Hanegave sir.
Well, thank you so much. So please allow me for a few seconds so that I can share my screen with all of you. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Just a moment, please. I think. Well, respected Principal, Dr. Archana Chaudhary, Madam, distinguished Pavrekar sir, who is a guide, a mentor for all of us, and he has been guiding for several years. He has spent his whole life in enhancing the quality in the higher education. So it's a great opportunity to be with him today. So thank you, sir. And also my thanks goes to Dr. Sanjeev Kundekar, all the teaching staff of Dr. Nutan Adarsh College, and all the participants across the India, those who are joined here for this today's symposium. So good morning to all of you. My today's topic is what is the role of IQAC, especially in the revised NAAC accreditation guidelines, which have been implemented from the January 2025. Well, this is a very interesting topic that the college has chosen, because IQAC is not just the data collection body or compiling the data body, or only as what madam is very rightly put it out, that it is criteria in charge, just collect the data, compile the data, and then upload it on the NAAC website. So that is just a redundant job that which we always have in our mind, and either I say is a stereotypical kind of an understanding of IQAC. IQAC plays a very important role. As madam rightly said, it is a nerve center of the entire college or college quality. It starts with quality assurance and to ensure the continuity of the same improvement and enhance the qualities so that a benchmarking can be achieved in the college or in any institutions across. In addition to that, you also the IQAC is responsible for all kinds of compliances. So be it an AISHE compliance or NAAC compliance or the compliances of the parent universities. So in an all, I say the IQAC is just to build the capacity, not of an individual teacher, but also the capacity of all the students and in the institutions. So with this base, let me, proceed with the next one. See, as rightly, we can, see here in the same presentation also, right from, the role of IQAC starting from its accreditation or post-accreditation or pre-accreditation. So there are the various measures which are supposed to be taken, and these measures has to be sustained over a period of a time. And designing those measures, designing the policies, and designing the various mechanisms for record keeping. So from there, the role of the IQAC starts in any kind of institutions. So with that, if you see today, the entire revision of the NAAC guidelines, that is from the January 2025, now their emphasis is not only just a qualitative information, but a quantitative information, where the emphasis is on the transparency and the accountability of an institution, so that the institution can create a culture of quality or a culture of continuous improvement, so that institution can create the benchmarks in the future. So here, the role of the IQAC becomes very important. And now, basically, as I said in the initial slide, that what are the key areas which the NAAC guidelines have issued in. See, if you look into this now, today's guidelines of the NAAC, so there are different ways in which the NAAC is trying to assess every individual institutions. The first thing what they have did is, now it is a completely outcome-based evaluation. So there is a complete shift from the qualitative information to the quantitative information. So this quantitative information is data-driven. It is completely assessed by the use of the tools like AI, that is artificial intelligence. So the weightage have been given to the 10 different criteria which they have now considered as the key backbone of every institutional assessment. So the basic focus of this is to have a greater weightage on research, innovation, community engagement, and to ensure how an employability skills can be developed among the learner, so that there is less paperwork and the institution adopt lots of digital tools to exhibit before the learner. And also the basic criteria why these kinds of guidelines have been issued is to have a transparency and to create a benchmarking for each institutions. So there is a great stress on that. And in addition to all this, there is also a big stress on the various practices, the best practices, especially if you see the sustainable practices, the green initiative practices, and also the best practices which can bring all kinds of student, that is inclusive of all the types of students into the mainstream. So that is the idea, and here that's how the IQAC is going to play a role. But now the question comes that how an IQAC's role can be aligned with all these revised guidelines. Of course, there are various areas in which IQAC can play a very major role. See, right from the first thing is to define the various policies required to meet the new criteria. As I mentioned, there are 10 criteria. So each criteria has to be maintained, and each criteria demands different kind of a data. So to have such data, to create that data, and especially this is all-time live data and a very factual data which can be verified at any point of a time. So therefore, the role becomes a very major and responsible here, so that the student, not only the student, but also the other stakeholders can participate in, and then they can, mark what is the kind of a quality that institution is going to cater for the learner. So in addition to that, there are also the roles where, curriculum development roles, or teaching pedagogies where new teaching pedagogies can be introduced, especially if all the curriculum that which we develop should also be integrated with the ICT or digital platforms, and these how to document all these things into as a complete data. So that is the big question where IQAC has to align with. Okay, and also to ensure that how these best practices can become the benchmark for that entire institution. So that is the role, that is the biggest role that the IQAC has to play in. So in addition to all these things, what IQAC can do is, of course, it's not only just orienting the faculty, but also to ensure the quality and the quality of quality and then research contribution of each staff in the college, as well as the entire university. So designing the skill-based curriculum, ensuring the inclusivity and equity, so which will always be a part of the quality process. So that is where the IQAC is going to play. Now let me unfold each one of them, where and how, in which way the IQAC can play a role. Now, see, you have to understand one thing very clearly, that IQAC is always headed by the principal of the college. So therefore, whenever we say the IQAC, it is the leadership of the principal and his entire team, which is going to enhance the different ways and also adopt different ways or materialize the different ways or the methods wherein the various quality measures can be taken. So the first thing that what NAAC expected from all of us is how a curriculum can be developed and enhanced. So that is the initial requirement of the NAAC. So if you see the NEP 2020 and the NAAC framework of 2025, both of them are, it is driven towards the multidisciplinary skilled kind of a courses, where there is a great emphasis on experiential and project-based learning. And once student is aware of all these things and how this entire learning, the quantum of learning, the quality of learning is connected with the global standards, also with the industry, and to map all of them together. So that is an idea where IQAC has to play. So here, outcome-based education model plays a very important role. So also to ensure that every curriculum that which we design it for our learner, it must not be deficient of any kinds of value-based education or ethics. So it has to be incorporated with all these, value-based ethics, value-based education as well as the ethics, so that ultimately these students are in future be employable, and they can also turn up the entrepreneurs, and they are the innovators. That is the idea how the IQAC has to, look into it and to ensure this. Now, coming back to the another criteria in which the IQAC has to play a role, this is the second criteria that, the NAAC has now envisioned in it. So that is the teaching, learning, and evaluation. Here, in teaching learning, the first requirement of this, NAAC is how a blended, that is technology-based kind of learning is placed in a college. So whether the existing staff is trained and they are brought into this mainstreamed kind of a technology-based pedagogical practices, whether they are able to sustain and also adopt the various evaluation methods, including continuous internal evaluation methods, as well as bringing the experiential learning to them, and how these evaluation methods can be connected with the artificial intelligence and bring this entire mechanism so that the fairness, transparency, and accountability of the exams can be maintained. So that is the first job where IQAC remains as a supervisor. And second thing is, so IQAC has to ensure that there are the various number of learners which may be lacking certain kinds of let us say the kind of the knowledge, or maybe hands-on training, or maybe communication, or so and so forth. So here we need to bridge the gap between the learning, that is the student-centric learning, is very important. So here you can encourage the students to take up the remedial programs, or remedial classes, or remedial courses, or bridge, we can say that compensating the kinds of the deficiencies. So those kinds of courses are very much, it's stressable over here. So also, in addition to that, you see that we need to encourage the entire teaching staff for peer learning, flipped classrooms, and MOOCs. These are some of the kinds of pedagogy. These are some kinds of teaching methodologies which we need to adopt, so that all these, right from the teaching pedagogies, the various ways of evaluations, and the ways in which the fairness and transparency and accountability can be maintained, and how an AI can be integrated with all this system, and to bring that to the student, and to ensure to find out the various gaps, and then adopt the remedial measures, and then we ensure that there is an outcome-based learning. So here, the role of IQAC becomes very important one. Now, moving ahead with the next, that is where third criteria, that is a research, innovation, and extension. This is a basic and a very important criteria in the entire, the NAAC criteria which have been now published as of today. So here, the role of IQAC is to ensure the interdisciplinary translational research, so which can be beneficial not only to the learner but also to the society. So how do they can do it? Okay, they can facilitate the patenting or copyrights among the teachers, and also to ensure the learner participate in all of them, and then to strengthen the existing incubation centers that which you have in your college, or if they do not have, to start the incubation center, so that research projects which having the value of societal impact, or maybe research projects which go in collaboration with the industries or international universities, can be taken up, so that a research cluster and consortia can be set up. So the basic idea and the purpose for this is to strengthen the research, innovation, and entrepreneurships, the entire ecosystem required for a research and all. And in all, see, the role of IQAC is also to monitor these entire research quality and output that which we have. Otherwise, research just become a redundant activity. So wherein some kind of a research is taken place which may not have any societal value at all, or which may not have a national value or international value, or whether the particular research is able to contribute to the existing academic domain or not. So these are the things that which we need to look into it and supervise into it. And another very important kind of criteria, which is of course goes to the student support and progression. So here there are various ways in which student can be supported, like maintaining the counseling center, career guidance, strengthening the placement cell, or looking into the various students' disadvantaged qualities and to ensure and support them how these students can be brought into the mainstream student. And in addition to that, how student can be supported financially, either through scholarships or through some financial aid or some kind of a remedial aid, so that it can encourage the students to participate in the various programs that the institution has planned to run for them. So whether it is a skill development program or knowledge-based programs, or maybe the programs which involves exchange and internship opportunities with industries and also with the other institutions, and so that these students can get benefited. Besides all of that, it is also necessary that how the student, those who go out of your college, are tracked, and then how progression is taken into consideration. So therefore, this entire thing is to ensure that the leadership qualities, the values, and overall, the holistic development of a learner takes place within an institution. So that is where IQAC plays a very important role. Of course, any institution without any kinds of a governance, leadership, or a proper management may not be able to sustain in the future. Though as of now, if you see, so there is a lots of issues related to all these three words that which I have displayed it on the title, but still there are majority of the institutions which follow a transparent and participatory kind of a management, where the leadership of the institution has always been in support of the programs to the faculty as well as the staff, or even to the student, where they can develop themselves and participate in the overall growth and contribution of the institution. So whatever the governing or management kind of policies will be designed, those policies always should go hand in hand, as well as in consonance with the NAAC parameters enshrined in the recent framework published by the NAAC. So in addition to that, the performance of each individual, and the accountability that each individual needs to hold in and to assess their contribution, that is also very important one. And resource mobilization, the promoting inclusivity in decision making, these all three aspects are also very important, so that we ensure the quality and the compliances on part of the institution. Then now here, I think you may have a question saying that in what way the IQAC will be responsible for infrastructure and learning resources. Of course, infrastructure, it is in the hands of the management as well as the various leaders, those who are running the institution. But designing the policies, giving the feedback on the existing infrastructure, so that the smart classroom, ICT-enabled facilities, inclusive infrastructure, wherein every kind of a learner is entering in, and then promoting digital libraries, e-resources, upgrading the various laboratories, and if you see all of them together, it's very necessary for anybody to have. It's necessary for us to have kind of energy efficient friendly
Yeah, that's
in infrastructure. Yes. Yes, please. I think there is yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll continue. So, effective maintenance and upgradation of these policies also is in the hands of the IQAC. So, altogether, I think if you look into this infrastructure and learning resources, there are three ways in which the IQAC is going to play a role. The number one is to creating the digitalized classroom, number one. Second, the resources like digital libraries, e-resources. Third, the existing laboratories, the upgradation of the existing laboratories. Fourth is the entire ecosystem within a campus should be an eco-friendly, energy efficient. And then how all these in infrastructure is going to facilitate the research and innovations. So altogether, how these things are managed and they are being promoted. So that is where in the role of the IQAC comes into picture. And at last, see, even disaster management, safety preparedness is also the role where IQAC need to play in. Now, coming to the institutional values and the best practices, of course, these are very important kinds of practices which we need to have it right from protecting your environment, bringing ethical values, inclusivity, diversity, and implementing the gender equity and safety policies within a campus so that the learner remains very much hooked up to the institution, and his overall personality development as well as his knowledge is gained over a period of a time. So encouraging culture, cultural based activities, sports activities, extra excellence, extracurricular excellence activities, and documenting all of them and bringing them as a reflection of your institutional best policies. So here the role of the IQAC comes into picture. So it's also it's very necessary that you need to ensure that IQAC monitors what kind of community outreach and extension programs can be adopted based on the geographical region that particular institution is situated. So the very necessity of this is to have value-based education, promoting a holistic and value-based education that's there, including, of course, the grievance redressal and feedback mechanism is very important. Now, coming to the last few, the role, like now, for example, data management and documentation. See, in data management and documentation, if you see that, what is essential, on the part of the IQAC is not just to create a data, but to digitalize the entire data and to record it perfectly, and so that the artificial intelligence tool can be, brought in, the authenticity and transparency of the submission of all this data and verification of a data. That is where the role of IQAC comes into picture. So whether you conduct the internal audit, mock assessment, or the various dashboards that which you create in, so that you have a real-time monitoring of your data and then integrate them into the entire administration, so that you are making a paperless governance and you bring the green practices so that the learner is advantaged of this. So this is what is very important. And then the capacity building and faculty development, I'll not say too much on this, but let me sum it up in a very few lines, that whether organizing FDPs, workshops, trainings, promoting MOOCs, SWAYAM, NPTEL, or training the faculties for advanced research, training and encouraging the faculties to involve themselves in interdisciplinary teaching learning, or instilling a kind of a leadership development in them so that they bring a sea change among the learner. So that is where the role of IQAC comes into picture, right? Right from the beginning one. So the IQAC can also design some of the policies wherein teacher, the one who is doing the quality research, can be incentivized, so can be promoted, and student can be brought onto the global platform and they can be exchanged among the various institutions across within in India or maybe outside India, so that the development plans can be enacted and can be sustained over a period of a time. So now coming to the fag end of this is again, of course, community engagement, wherein first of all, you have to ensure the enrichment of your existing NSS, NCC, and community service wings within your college. You need to partner with the NGOs and various social organizations to sensitize the students and to promote the inclusive education among the student, so that we are able to implement sustainable and eco-friendly practices. So this community engagement and social responsibility through your extension cell or extension activities, or departments can be looked into and can be taken care of through the IQAC. Now, this is very important, a 360-degree feedback and monitoring of the entire feedback, evaluation of the feedback, assessment of the feedback, right from the feedback on the policy, feedback on the curriculum, feedback on the administration, feedback on the infrastructure. So all 360-degree, kind of a feedback or from all the, stakeholders, be it student, faculty, alumni, employer, industries, and the academicians outside the institutions. So the IQAC has to play a very different role here in this case. Now, coming to this entire conclusion of my today's presentation here is to make aware that all of us that the role of the IQAC has changed after this January 2025 implementation of the NAAC accreditation framework. IQAC is not an ideal kind of the body within an institution, but this is a nerve center of an institution which requires for a dynamic quality a mechanism within an institution. So if any academic excellence has to be attained, and especially through a structural plan, the IQAC has to be a very dynamic and vibrant, so that they can align themselves with the requirement of the NAAC framework, so that they promote a kind of a culture of inclusivity, culture of research, culture of innovations, so that ultimately enhances the research output within an institution. So the role doesn't only stop over here, but also to ensure and adopt all the digital transformations which are taking place as of today, and to ensure these digital transformation is sustained and brought into the practice. This is where the IQAC plays a very important role. So ultimately, building resilient, ethical, and socially responsible kind of the policies, it is necessary for us to ensure that the IQAC becomes a very vibrant kind of the organization within an institution. So it is necessary for us to understand and to come to the terms that if you need to have a sustaining, long-lasting kinds of education, as well as the quality in education, and also the research within an institution, or to ensure the growth and recognition of your institution, and to ensure the benchmarking of your institution. So here, the IQAC plays a very major and responsible, a qualitative role. So with this, I come to the conclusion of this one. So since this question and answers has been kept at the end, so I'll just skip it. So at the end, so I thank the organizer. My special thanks to Principal Dr. Archana Chaudhary Madam, Dr. Sanjeev Pondekar sir, and also my special thanks to my guide mentor, Pramod Pabrekar sir, to other resource person Upadhyay sir, and to all the participants, those who patiently had a kind of maybe in a mental or virtual kind of mental discussion among us. So thank you for all of us for giving me this an opportunity. And I hope this exercise of the discussion and then the symposia will continue further also. This is just maybe the beginning that what your college has taken up as a very novel kind of an say this practice. And of course, this practice should continue with other institutions also. So thank you so much. And thank you each and every one of you. Now over to the anchor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful and detailed information and your engaging presentation. Your detailed information you have shared here with us will be really will prove fruitful for all the participants. Thank you once again, sir. Now, I would like to invite our next distinguished speaker, Honorable Dr. Vinay Kumar Upadhyay, sir, for his valuable talk. Before that, I request Dr. Moreshwar Shende, sir, to introduce Honorable Dr. Vinay Kumar Upadhyay, sir, to all the participants. Dr. Vinay Kumar Upadhyay, sir. Dr. Moreshwar Shende, sir, please introduce our next distinguished speaker to the participants.
Am I audible?
You are audible.
Good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our honored speaker for this session, Dr. Vinay Kumar Upadhyay. Dr. Upadhyay is currently serving as Professor and Head of the Department of Sanskrit at Nutan Adarsh College, Umred. He brings with him over 25 years of rich experience in teaching and research. He holds the prestigious position of Chairman, Board of Studies, Sanskrit at RTM Nagpur University and is also a PhD guide and research referee. His academic interests span across Indian and Western poetics, philosophy, linguistics, and classical literature. Dr. Upadhyay has made remarkable contribution to the field through 25 published papers, 27 conference presentations, and the authorship of 2 books, along with editing 1 scholarly volume. His research work on Dhavni theory and the minor research project titled Critics of the Soul of Poetry are widely recognized and respected in the academic community. Beyond research, he has also actively contributed to institutional development, having served as a NAAC coordinator, NSS program officer, and a key member of several academic bodies within RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. Dr. Upadhyay has also edited the insightful volume, Indian Knowledge System, Values and Philosophies, which adds significantly to the understanding of Indians' intellectual tradition. A true polyglot, he is fluent in 9 languages, including Sanskrit, Hindi, English, Marathi, Bengali, Gujarati, Punjabi, Bhojpuri, and Urdu. He is sought after keynote speaker and resource person, especially in areas like Sanskrit studies, philosophy, competitive exam, and personality development. We are truly privileged to have with us today a scholar, a dedicated teacher, and an inspiring leader. Please join me in extending a very warm virtual welcome to Dr. Vinay Kumar Upadhyay, sir. We are honored to have you with us. Over to Dr. Upadhyay, sir.
Upadhyay, sir.
I am not visible on the screen.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
On the screen, you
I am
just
not
give
visible.
a internal call to him.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to all. The respected chairperson of the one-day symposium organized by the Nutan Adarsh Arts, Commerce and Srimati Maniben Hariral Vegar Science College, Umred. The chairperson of the symposium is the respected Dr. Pramod Pavrekar sir, who is the renowned and eminent academician, educationist, administrator, orator, writer. The first panelist who has delivered his very inspirative, effective, informative, appreciable, and erudite speech, Dr. Satyavan Hangave sir. The organizer of the symposia, the very competent and visionary personality, the respected principal of my college, Dr. Archana Chaudhary Madam, Dr. Sanjeev Kondekar, the IQAC coordinator, who is the very active and enthusiastic, and all the energetic member of the organizing team. First of all, I welcome to all participants, dignitaries, IQAC coordinator, participants who has joined with us from the various parts of the Maharashtra and India. I congratulate the organizing team for choosing the such relevant topic, which is the very relevant in the present context. Dr. Hangave sir has covered the maximum points. We have heard the very large speech delivered by the Hangave sir, but I try to cover some topics which is not touched by the Hangave sir. First is the quality. The topic will be covered by me is the concept of quality, component of quality, and how the concept of quality introduced in India and when and why and how. The first we try to light the quality. Quality has been defined in the various way in the various contexts, because quality is a multi-dimensional word. Quality is related to higher education, quality is related to life, quality is related to the marketing, quality is related to manufacturing, quality is related to industry, quality is related to economics, quality is related to commerce. But we are talking about the quality in the higher education. The concept of quality came in India in 1994 when the NAAC was established with the main purposes of the maintenance and enhancement of the quality in the higher education. For better understanding and appreciation of the role and function of higher education, it is very necessary to look upon the changes occurs from time to time. How today we talk about the latest NAAC reform and the changes introduced by the NAAC. As we know, in 2025, NAAC has introduced two systems of the accreditation. First is the binary system. Second is the MBGL system. Binary system, there is no grade in the binary system. Only accredited or not accredited will be given to the institution of the higher education. The second accreditation system is the MBGL. We are talking only quality, but the next term comes in our front is the maturity also. We are not talking about the maturity, but the second framework introduced by NAAC is the maturity based graded level. Here the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 grades have been decided by the NAAC. The purpose of NAAC is to make the assessment process more robust, objective, transparent, scalable. Therefore, the NAAC changes the main theme or the paradigm shift from the various element. So when we talk about the quality in the ancient time, we see the main purpose of education was only acquisition of knowledge. सिर्फ ज्ञान प्राप्त करना था प्राचीन काल में जब हम देखते हैं, और हमारे यहाँ शिक्षा का कंसेप्ट नहीं था. हमारे यहाँ कंसेप्ट क्या था? विद्या और ज्ञान. साह विद्या या विमुक्तये नहीं ज्ञानेन सदृशम पवित्रम ही विद्यते. शिक्षा जो है इसका उल्लेख प्राचीन काल में कहीं नहीं मिला. जिन लोगों को संस्कृत की बैकग्राउंड है उनको मालूम होगा शिक्षा का समावेश हमारे यहाँ वेदांग में किया गया है. वेद के 6 अंग बतलाए गए. वेदों को अगर अच्छे तरह से जानना है, उसके मीनिंग को जानना है, तो हमारे यहाँ वेदांग जिसमें छंद, कल्प, निरुक्त, ज्योतिष, शिक्षा और व्याकरण, ये 6 अंग बतलाए गए. लेकिन जब 1994 में इसकी शुरुआत हुई, क्वालिटी बेस्ड क्वालिटी कल्चर, हाउ वी इनकलकेट क्वालिटी कल्चर इन द हायर एजुकेशन, इस दृष्टि से जब इसका विकास हुआ था, वह दौर क्या था? वह दौर था ग्लोबलाइजेशन, लिबरलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन एंड अक्रॉस बॉर्डर एजुकेशन का दौर था. इसके कारण हम लोगों को फॉर द ग्लोबल कंपटीशन वी आर कंपाइल्ड टू एक्सेप्ट द क्वालिटी कल्चर इन द इंडिया. इसके कारण हम लोग को क्वालिटी कल्चर एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ा. और जब इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन हुआ, उसके बाद पैराडिग्म नॉलेज के बाद यूटिलिटी पे शिफ्ट हो गया. पूरी तरह हम लोगों ने शिक्षा को आर्थिक बना दिया. पूरी तरह शिक्षा का पैराडिग्म चेंज हुआ, क्योंकि हम लोग जान रहे हैं कि शिक्षा सिर्फ पद, पैसा, पैकेज, नेम और फेम के लिए नहीं है. शिक्षा का बहुत ही व्यापक संदर्भ भारतीय संदर्भ में किया गया. अतः इस दृष्टि से हम लोगों को बाध्य होकर क्वालिटी कल्चर को अपनाना पड़ा. अब मैं थोड़ा सा 2-3 बातों पे ध्यान दूंगा कि हाउ वी मेंटेन, हाउ वी सस्टेन, हाउ वी enhance the quality culture in the higher education. As we know, there are 2 authority. There are 2 authority. One is the NAAC. NAAC is the external quality agency, and IQAC is the internal quality agency. Both are to be very important. Both are necessary and both to be maintained, balanced. अभी हनगावे सर ने जो नया जो रिफॉर्म आया, लेटेस्ट नैक रिफॉर्म, उसके बारे में जानकारी दी. अभी तक हम लोगों का जो चेंजेज जो हम लोग देख रहे हैं, यह चेंजेज किसके संदर्भ में है? education should be changed in the order of according to the need of society, need of time, need of era, and the need of the context. इस जो हमारे यहाँ NEP 2020 लागू हुई उसके संदर्भ में अभी नए बदलाव की, तब्दीली की, चेंजेस की जरूरत थी हमारे यहाँ. इस दृष्टि से NAAC ने अभी नया रिफॉर्म, नया चेंजेज, नया की इंडिकेटर, नया क्राइटेरिया, जैसे हम सोच रहे हैं पहले 7 था, अभी 10, 11 आने वाला है. पहले की इंडिकेटर थे कि इंटीग्रेटर के अंतर्गत हम लोगों ने देखा कि 2 प्रकार के मैट्रिक्स थे, क्वालिटेटिव और क्वांटिटेटिव, QLM, QNM. इन दृष्टि से NAAC एक विशेष रूप से संस्था का मूल्यांकन करता था. हनवते सर ने जो व्याख्या की उसमें मैं सबसे पहले अभी टीचिंग, लर्निंग, इवैल्यूएशन, यह बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण पार्ट है. इन 2 बातों पे मैं मुख्य रूप से फोकस करूंगा कि एकेडमिक ऑडिट, व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एकेडमिक ऑडिट in building, sustaining, enhancing quality culture in the higher education. As we see, quality is the audit is an exercise. Audit is an exercise which serve to provide assurance that the delegated responsibility of quality and standard of the academic provision are being appropriately discharged. It helps the institution to monitor the quality culture. It provides the purpose, sure, it is the important part of the quality review framework. It paves the way to the maintain the quality in the higher education, and it is important part of the quality review framework of the college at the departmental level. Academic audit, as we see, the main purpose of NAAC is to develop the attainable, achievable, desirable, realistic quality benchmark. Benchmark is a very important component, feature of the IQAC. IQAC need to develop its own framework, own benchmark for the achieving the academic excellence, holistic academic excellence. The main purpose of NAAC is to maintain, sustain, promote, enhance quality. And quality is not attained by the sudden flight. Quality is not accidental. Quality is not taught but caught. And quality demands various things like the competent leadership, visionary NAAC coordinator, IQAC coordinator, holistic work culture, unidirectional, targeted teamwork of the all stakeholders together. It is a collective effort. It is a continuous and strenuous effort for strength and excellence. Therefore, quality is the main. Second thing is the feedback. Feedback evaluation by the feedback. IQAC collect feedback from the different stakeholder of the higher institution, like as students, teacher, parents, alumni, management. There are, and this feedback gives the result where institution can be improved, which is the improved area, what improvement is needed in the maintaining improvement the quality culture. Here I want to focus on the 5 terms which has been given in the context of quality culture. First is the quality sustenance initiative. Second is the quality enhancement activity. Third is the internalization of the quality culture. Fourth is the institutionalization of the best practices. And fifth is the develop benchmark. These 5 components are very important, crucial, vital, active and important to building, maintaining, sustaining quality culture in the higher education. Then we come on the recent changes has been taken. The recent changes is the need of hour, is the need of time, is the need of era, because the present era is the era of the AI, artificial intelligence, and the main focus of the new latest reform of the NAAC is the outcome based, promoting the quality culture. When we see the core value of NAAC, we see that there are 5 core value of NAAC. First is the contributing in the nation building. Second is the fostering the global competency among the student, inculcating the quality, inculcating the various type of values among the student. Fourth is the promoting the ICT, and fifth is the quest for excellence. All the component which are expected to society are included in the core value of the NAAC. The main motto of NAAC is the excellence, credibility and the relevance. So then we see that the quality culture must be inculcated in each and every institution of higher education through the IQAC effort. IQAC played very important and active role overall maintaining and the improvement of quality in teaching, learning, evaluation and research infrastructure. IQAC monitor, guide all the quality development works of the institution. In the last, I want to say that each and every higher education must have the long-term objective, not stop or rest after initial euphoria of the assessment process, because quality is not a journey. Quality is a journey, not a destination. Quality is not accidental. it cannot be achieved by the sudden flight. Therefore, continuous, strenuous effort are very important. I like to thanks IQAC coordinator Dr. Sanjeev Kondekar sir for giving me an opportunity to express my view. Let us hope that the innovative approach pertinent to the prevalent situation that rests firmly upon human value of freedom, tolerance, social harmony, egalitarianism would create conducive environment for the reaping the fruit of the higher education, and all higher education should work, innovate as according to of his resources, opportunity, capability. Because the theory of NAAC is very friendly, helping, enabling. NAAC is not punitive or judgmental. Therefore, all the constituents of the higher education are empowered to maximize in the respect of their capability, opportunity, and resource. In the last, there is a very inspirational couplet I want to say. Listen carefully. When you cannot fly, then run. When you cannot run, then walk. When you cannot walk, then crawl. But whatever you have to do, you keep moving forward. And in the end, there is a very inspirational fourth line in the Hindi. मंजिलों के आगे मंजिलें तलाश कर, मंजिलों के आगे मंजिलें तलाश कर, मिल जाए अगर दरिया तो समंदर की तलाश कर, मिल जाए अगर दरिया तो समंदर की तलाश कर, टूट जाता है शीशा पत्थर की चोट से, लेकिन टूट जाए पत्थर ऐसे शीशे की तलाश कर. Thanks to all. Once again, I express my heartiest thanks to the Principal Madam, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Sanjeev Kondekar, and all the energetic member of the organizing team. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your excellent speech and the knowledge shared by you with us. Thank you very much. Now, I would be delighted to invite the chairperson of today's symposium and the chief speaker, Honorable Dr. Pramod Pabrekar sir, for his expert talk. And I request Mr. Sanjay Uike sir to introduce Honorable Dr. Pramod Pabrekar sir to all of us. Mr. Sanjay
I am
Uike
audible?
sir, over to you.
I am audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you very much. Turn towards the last and very important session. It's a great pleasure to introduce today's chairperson and chief guest, Dr. Pramod Pabrekar sir, who completed MSc, PhD, and PhE. Sir has a lengthy experience of 45 years in academic field, started from associate professor, vice principal, and the professor. Sir has published too many research papers in chemistry and social sciences at international conferences at Japan, Bangkok, Dubai, London, Toronto, and Canada. Sir has actively worked in various committees at a state level, such as State License Officer and OSD, NSSL, Department of Higher and Technical Education, Ministry, Government of Maharashtra. State Coordinator, Quality Assurance Cell, Government of Maharashtra. Senior Consultant, Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, Government of Maharashtra. Member of State Level NSS Department, Government of Maharashtra. Nodal Officer for a Center for Leadership Development, Government of Maharashtra. Sir also work in Chancellor's Office since 1997 in different sectors such as Indradhanush, Krida Mahotsav, Avishkar, and Ahvan.
Moreshwar, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sir,
Let us save time so that I can get at least 1 minute or so. Thank you very
okay,
much.
thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So before I proceed further, let me thank Dr. Satyavanji and Dr. Vinay Kumar, who has given an excellent outline of this, what about quality and how it should be done. And my special thanks to Dr. Archana Chaudhary, the principal of the college, Dr. Satyavan, Dr. Sanjeev Kondekar, then Dr. Pandurang Barkale, because of whom I am here. Thank you very much for all the kind of thing. And let me permit, with principal permission, can I proceed, madam?
Sir, we are waiting for it. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you very much. So I'll be happy if some of these, I mean, the videos are on at least for you and also of the our IQAC coordinator. Thank you very much. Otherwise, it will happen that I'm talking only to screen. So let it be some, at least 1 or 2 should be there. Thank you, Shital, for being there with us, right? So basically, I must appreciate and compliment that the topic chosen for the today's symposia is beyond accreditation. Very important, very nicely selected. And Dr. Sanjeev has contacted me. Of course, it was with the help of Dr. Pandurang Barkaleji, and therefore we are here. And we proceed further, of course. But then let me appreciate the efforts taken by Dr. Satyavanji and Dr. Vinay Kumarji, giving a complete outline of what is needed to be done. Right? Very important part of that. I will try my level best to how to do it in a simplest approach, whatever best possible from my experience in my life and in, of course, in the academic life. And I proceed further. Why it is not going ahead? Yeah, as it is rightly mentioned, quality is never an accident. It is a result of continuous efforts. I am aware that the time at 1 o'clock we have to stop. I'll see that before that at least 10-15 minutes to be given to all the participants to interact with all of the experts who have been invited by the principal madam. Quality is not a destination, but it is a continuous journey, as it is already mentioned by Vinay Kumarji. And building an institution is a teamwork, however, needs a leader with a positive approach. And that's what Dr. Archana ji proves that you are taking everybody together. Every institute must have a leader who should have a vision and also a positive approach. Then a lot of things can happen. And then there are no fixed parameters to reach the goal of achieving target of quality. Demands for quality level is always ongoing process. So, and with this particular kind of thing, let us all of us join hands for holistic development of and strengthening our higher education institutions. I believe that all of you may be aware that there are not less than about 5,000 and more institutions only in the state of Maharashtra. I must appreciate the joining of Dr. Lakshmi Priya from Madurai, who was the first to respond to the message. And I must appreciate her presence. And there are many, of course, are there. So, Dr. Lakshmi Priya ji, thank you very much that you are joined all the way from Madurai. And Nagpur to Madurai is not a very great distance. So, that is being proved by, of course, this is all being taught to us by Corona. Right? Because of COVID-19, we are all connecting to one another by this particular kind of thing. So, जो भी कुछ होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. One should have a positive attitude and approach that how to take it positive and how to go ahead. And there are, of course, different kind of terms involved, which are all of you are familiar with the introduction of the NAAC and the NEP. NAAC was established, as Vinay Kumar rightly said, that in 1994, the first college in Maharashtra which underwent NAAC assessment, that was NAAC also took 4 years the first college in Maharashtra which was assessed and accredited by NAAC. That was in the year 1998. That was luckily my college. It was Kelkar Vase College in Mulund, Mumbai. And we have been working with the leadership of Principal Dr. Kurup. And all these terms which are involved, I will not read that. All of you are aware of that. Of course, I will be sharing entire my presentation to you all. So let us don't waste time in writing down anything, because I want you all, because you are better than me, because I believe that the next generation is smarter than us, right? I am just at the age of 70 with the 45 years experience, but I'm still learning and I have to learn from you also. I have not come here to teach anybody anything to anybody, because I know that I am interacting with the all young, talented youth of with energy and with much more knowledge as compared to me. And therefore, I must appreciate your presence. There are about 160 participants right now. It's a compliment to the principal of the college and Dr. Sanjeev and the entire team who has taken efforts. And naturally, we were talking about quality and whatnot. Who will do it? It is not the responsibility of only the principal of the college, but not only the responsibility of only IQAC coordinator. All the stakeholders which are involved, starting from management to the principal, teachers, admin staff, students. I don't say non-teaching staff. I always use the term administrative staff, right? And the students, their parents, alumni, and immediate peers. So let us see one by one. We are talking about sustaining quality. Quality sustenance is important, and therefore everybody has got a different role. So the management should provide the adequate infrastructure, policy documents are to be prepared for the academic activities, appointment of the staff. Now, all of you know how the appointments are being done. I'm sorry with this open statement of mine, but then unfortunately the things are happening in that way. Should not happen. We must have the not only qualified, but the staff which has been selected, whether teaching or administrative staff, who should have a dedication toward the purpose for which they are being taken up. The established knowledge resource center, adequate laboratories and equipments, establish accuracy. It is not established accuracy only for the purpose of, because it is being told by UC or NAAC, but accuracy, as it is rightly pointed out by Vinay Kumar ji, internal quality assurance cell. Are we appointing or selecting a person who are really interested in mentioning or maintaining the internal quality level up? That it should be a think tank system. The Quality Development Committee, as per the University Act, which is also required, financial budget and support by the management should be provided. Continuous review and a feedback system evolves to be taken care of by the management. The review of all the stakeholders involved in the education system, understanding latest reforms in education system, because the management normally feels that ये तो principal का काम है, हमारा कुछ काम नहीं है. So principal should ensure that the management should know what are the different kind of GRs or different kind of policy documents are being focused given by the University Grant Commission, AICTE, or any all regulatory bodies. Education as a business or charity or service to nation, very important thing. The purpose for which we have started the institution, is it a charity or is it service to nation? Very important. I mean, I will not go in details of that, but then every individual who is attending should know that we are all responsible, we are all qualified, educated, and we have been made to attend this program because we are teachers, and we have been, I believe that each one of us who are listening to me now have accepted this profession on their own. Nobody is forced to come to this system, right? If that is the case, then we should think over whether it is charity or service to nation. Then the principal of the college, which they are normally doing the good work, but I must also mention that they are also maybe doing much more than this, whatever identified, preparing an academic plan or academic calendar, maybe in the support of the university document, but they maybe have their own thing, kind of thing, add-on programs, whether it is any kind of program supporting to the knowledge involvement or increasing knowledge of the students and useful to the students in achieving their targets, and skill development programs, which is mandatory now as far as the NEP is 2020 is concerned. Promote reading, writing skill, visit to library, very important. I mean, look at me. that whatever I am today is because of library only, right? Though हमारे जमाने में there was no TV, so whatever our culture was only to read something, to increase knowledge was only by virtue of visiting library and read something, right? Therefore, we could achieve this. Not that we have achieved a lot, but whatever little knowledge we have is only because of visiting library. And it has been observed that because I'm a NAAC assessor, when I go across Maharashtra or over the entire nation, it is, I mean, do not know, I'm sorry, because I say it is not to insult anybody, but most of our teachers don't visit library and therefore the student doesn't learn. Everybody depending on the ready-made kind of things. It is not, I mean, it is one way to use technology, no problem. Use of ChatGPT, but then, use of our own knowledge, increasing knowledge and increasing our own capacity building is more important. Teachers training program to be identified as it is being organized today as a symposium or whatever kind of thing. But then there are number of programs happening all over India, either online or offline. There is an institution which is being started by the government of Maharashtra called as MSFDA, Maharashtra State Faculty Development Academy, where they are focusing on n number of things. I have not covered here right now, but then in case if you want to know anything on that, you can contact me separately. Various committees for the activities which is normally being done by the college, but whether they are doing it, and then they have to organize meetings, monthly meetings for the staff, and take review of that. Whether it is another day, just a minute, I just have a phone call, I just cut it off. I'm sorry, I cannot put off my phone because there are a number of things, there are a number of urgent calls may come to me. Therefore, I am sorry. Organize monthly meetings of the staff. This is the duty of principal. Whether you can have meeting of the every month, first one day you can fix for the all the HODs meeting or the activity meeting. There are a number of activity groups, NSS, NCC, and whatnot. So once if you do that once a month, right? So that you will get a complete idea what is happening. So that the teachers who are responsible should understand that they are focused because they know that the principal of the college is taking review of what is being happening, and then you can exchange, interact, and therefore so ultimately everything is connected to quality, right? But quality on paper is something different and quality on working is something different. That's what I feel. So establish proper feedback system and analysis. Most of the time feedbacks are being taken. Analysis is also done. But what is being done after that? The impact of that. Whether are we taking action on that? It is not a question of action on, there is no question of taking action negative kind of approach, but some action for the purpose so for example, I am a teacher of your college and my principal of the madam has observed that because of feedback, it has been observed that Dr. Pabarekar is not regular in his attendance, taking lectures properly or giving notes or something like that. So principal has a right to come to me and ask me so that I become answerable. I become, responsible for kind of thing. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. Whether lecture may liya, nahi liya, it is happening. I mean, with this kind of thing, I belong to an era where there was no muster was present. There was no need of signing muster. Muster came into existence because of our act. Then what is called as that, what do you say? It is biometric. Biometric system came because of that. 5.5 hours came because of us only. So for us, there was no time factor at all. We used to go to the college early morning at 7 o'clock till evening 7 o'clock. We used to be there. In vacation also, we used to work in the college. Maybe because of I was a science teacher, maybe was liking and involved in a number of activities. But let me tell you, my dear friends, you may not believe or accept. I have worked for more than 40 years as a teacher. So 40 into multiplied by 15, 600 casual leaves. If you see my record, there are not even in the entire life of my complete period, I might have not taken more than 60 casual leaves. I mean, it was my approach. Then principals should have collaborative programs, not only collaboration with the intern kind of thing, but collaboration with some other institution, maybe library or maybe institutes and industry and kind of promotion of strategies of the staff. That is, see, the promotion strategies which is being normally cash promotion is one part. but then for the admin staff, it is 12 to 24 years. But can you do something different, which can support, which can, appreciate the efforts taken by the teacher? That will be more involvement of the teacher in the quality promotion of their own self, of the students, and ultimately it will be the quality promotion of the entire institution. Organize various events, not such kind of thing. There are number of events which can happen, like dance, drama, music, fine theater. It depending, you have to identify identify the talents of the teachers, talents of the students, and then classify them. I know it's a voluminous work, but I should do it when I was a principal. Recognize contributions by students, staffs, and admin staff. Whatever they do, try to appreciate them, whatever if possible. Maybe a small kind of certificate, maybe small kind of memento, maybe your annual gathering, maybe your annual get together. I'll appreciate their efforts. So it is always important for them. The teachers play a very important vital role in quality enhancement or quality maintenance, quality sustenance, because the teachers play a very important role as far as the quality education is concerned. Prepare a weekly, monthly teaching plan, use of technology, which is not accepted as a mandatory, because I learned the use of computers at the age of my 50 and plus, because there was no laptop, nothing was available. Where I did my PhD when it was 40 years back, 1984, I got my PhD. When there was nothing, no laptop, nothing, computer was existing at all. So, but then I learned through my next generation, my son, my daughter, my students, and whatnot. So you have to always update with the recent kind of knowledge. Technology is happening. The use of technology is mandatory now. Looking at a mandatory kind of thing, because instead of that, you can do wonders. Because when I observe, when I see that, had it would have been in our Jamane Magar we would have done that was what I feel. Maybe. But then you are all lucky that you are all very close to technology. You know how to use technology. For example, even the mobile which you are using now is having the Android kind of system. You have the entire resources on your palm top, not laptop, palm top. So you can do wonders in that, which I'm also trying to do that. Participate in training programs given by HRDC, Human Resource Development Center, which is now called as Academic Staff College, which was earlier. Now it is called as Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya Mission kind of training program. MSFDA, which I mentioned just now. Proper evaluation and assessment techniques. Then interactive sessions and with students, parent-teachers meeting. The teachers must organize on their own, and so that you get continuous feedback. Interactive session, normally, most of the time what teachers feel that going to lecture, take a lecture, continue, do it. But that is not going to understand. You don't understand the importance, what is the purpose of teaching, and why the students are, whatever we teach, whether the students are understood that or not. And there should be a feedback system, 1:1 kind of system. And then parents will be able to give a good kind of feedback. So you will have, maybe at the principal level, you are having annual parent-teachers meeting. Why not every department should have department meeting with the parents? Because that will be a good kind of, which I should do it. And I was successful in doing that. Teachers should also involve in activity groups. They should also involve in administrative work. It is not forcefully kind of thing, like, principal ne laga diya, NSS ko dekhna hai, NCC dekhna hai, nature club dekhna hai. You have to identify your interest. There are a number of activity groups. In Vasek Kelkar College, we used to have about 55 activity groups. So, the principal group is to find out who is good in what, and then, connect with that, so that, the output becomes more interesting. It is basically why I'm mentioning all this, that now in present scenario, with the introduction of NEP 2020 and what was earlier, incorporating all that kind of skills, activity, multidisciplinary approach, multi-education system, research kind of thing. So all things can be clubbed together. Career counseling and guidance. Career counseling is not easy. I mean, there are a number of different kind of programs, courses available online, on the MOOCs available, on the Moodle or the Coursera kind of thing. So every teacher should not be only a teacher, but you should also a good counselor. To become a good counselor, you should know what are the counseling techniques. Basically, if I'm a chemistry person, I should know what are different kind of things available in chemistry. Not only in placement kind of programs, kind of courses, kind of learning and kind of thing, then only one can do. It was also experiential learning techniques is important nowadays, support slow and advanced learners, mentor-mentee approach. Mentor-mentee approach is very important. But what we are doing it only for the purpose of NAAC. Jitne bacche hai, divided by number of students, and we show that. But if it is a regular practice, we can do wonders, The students need, see, even though there are a number of kind of things are happening nowadays, everything is available on the e-resources, but the students still require a teacher who can have interaction. The computer cannot solve all your problems. Emotional kind of, emotional, what you say, kind of things has to be managed only by the teachers. So mentor-mentee approach. A teacher having about 30 to 35 students, maybe from any kind of thing, that depends upon the principal. And if the things are taking proper care, I think the things can do wonders. Industrial outdoor visits, involved in research activities. One of the example I mentioned about Avishkar, but there are a number of kind of things. Students as a customer or product, very important. Are we looking our student as a customer? When we say, when we go as a customer, we pay something, you get some product of that. But that relation is over. But if you focus that if you want to develop an institution, that I should proudly say outside that I am a student of Nutan College, or somebody looking at my behavior and my knowledge and my approach and behavior and everything, they should say that ye to Nutan College ka bachcha hai. So this kind of thing, I mean, if your student is going out as a product, publicity will automatically come to you, right? But I mean, if you consider them only as a customer will do on the payment of the things. You give them some whatever is the kind of degree and kind of thing. They go abroad, they go out. So no relation. But product remains as your product. Nutan College ka product hai. So this is happening. I belong to a product. I proudly say I passed out. I left Ruia College 50 years back, but I still today say I'm a product of Ruia College. I'm from Mumbai. I'm a product of so and so. So when the students say that will happen only when we really do something for a product development. Product development is not only a process. It requires number of kind of things, as being mentioned by Dr. Satyavanji and Dr. Vinay Kumarji. All that blending of the thing, when you put it on the, when you are making your student as a quality product, all that quality kind of things being incorporated in that student, when it goes as it is a quality product of Nutan College or your own college product. So admin staff of your college, that is those who are working in the office staff, they must have a prepare annual calendar. There is normally annual calendar given by even to the registrar, to the office superintendent, head clerk and whatnot, up to the level of all that office people who are working. Student support system, cordial relations with all kind of thing. Because, this I have taken just points. Because normally I also deliver separate lecture on the role of administrative staff in quality enhancement. वो तो अलग है. That goes for 3 hours. But I just taken points. Cordial relations with all the kind of thing, with all the stakeholders, where how their behavior matters. Because any parent or student coming to the college premises first, they interact first with the college watchman or the person who is on the gate. Or when they enter to the before admission, before coming to the principal, they meet to the concerned clerk or maybe the staff. So very important. Maintain proper office records, very essential kind of thing which has been mentioned very clearly by Satyavanji. Doctor, understand all the GRs, act notifications issued by the university, state government, whatever, update through websites, whether your admin staff are able to, go through the website, visit the websites and collect information. In my college, when I was principal, madam, let me tell you, I appointed librarian as an knowledge resource center. I used to always call him that you are a person who has to visit every website, whether website of UGC, AICT, government website, Director of Higher Education, Joint Director, NAAC website, and if whatever important comes out, he has to take out a printout and give it to me. One copy of the will go to IQAC kind of thing. So it is updated. So you may not get complete time. Principal of the college is busy with number of kind of thing. But if you appoint, he or she feels very happy that principal has given a trust and work to me. So he also gets when he has to search, naturally he reads it. So he's getting upgraded knowledge. Principal also get, IQAC coordinator also get kind of thing. So this is the the entire office staff of the college should have command over their own skills. भले वो मराठी में बात करो, हिंदी में बात करो, इंग्लिश में बात करो, but whether they are properly using the proper terms, how they are having relation with the teachers, students, everything, right? Because normally it has been observed. I'm not blaming anybody of you, but it has been observed that there is a very much more gap between the teaching staff and admin staff. No, they are also equally important. They are also in part of the institution. Their role is also defined. अगर प्रिंसिपल कॉलेज में नहीं आ रही है, before coming to the principal enter the college gates are open or the classrooms are open with teachers enter to the classroom. The entire campus is maintained by the admin staff, whether it is office or the laboratories or the classrooms and cleans and everything, whatever. So that we talk about quality of maintenance. That is also quality. Why not? It is, I mean, even though it is a work, we are being paid. But why not respect them, right? जैसे हम अपने घर में काम वाले को भी रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं ना, very important, and that importance was observed during COVID-19. I mean, you will agree with me that they were working. The health workers and the clean sweeping persons, they are working in even the COVID period, right? Because then we understood the importance of that. So relations of that entire US office staff with joint director office, directors at university, government, university grant commission is important. Sorry. The students, whether your students are attending regularly, by compulsion is one part. By compulsion means because 70% attendance चाहिए तो exam को बैठ सकते हैं, इसके लिए we are doing, that is one part. I am not understanding that. How student will attend the regular lecture regularly, provided a teacher who is delivering a lecture or giving the knowledge in the lecture hall is valued for the students, is important for the students. How you are coordinating with the students, relating with the students, coordinating relation with the students, how you are respecting your students. बच्चे है तो college है. If there are no college will exist only with the existence of the students. And you all have observed that why number of colleges are going for autonomy, or how the impact of NEP has affected the college strength also now. So please note that prepare study plan. Students should be taught how to prepare the study plan. They are not supposed to study only at the हमारे जमाने बात अलग थी. We were having annual pattern. Now everything is continuous evaluation kind of thing. So make them, prepare them. How to prepare a study plan, how to prepare the exam plan, how to do everything. Imbibe ethics and values. Satyavanji has already spoke about ethics and values. NEP also mentions about that. So why it has come now? There may be because of madam when we studied, there was already ethics and morals with us. Now today the thing is that why it has to come back? Because nobody has taken care, nobody has given a thought to it that. Why NEP? When looking at NEP, I don't know, I'm sorry, when I'm using the term NEP, I do not know how many teachers who are attending the session right now has read NEP. NEP document is available in all languages. I have read complete document of NEP, 66 pages, for 10 times. Every time when I read, I'm learning a different new. I'm still not an expert in there talking about NEP on that, because it's a very concentrated document which speaks a lot. It's a vision document. It's a dream document. So please read that. It is available in any kind of language. All languages existing in our India, our nation. It is available in Tamil, available in Malayalam, available in Sanskrit, Marathi, Hindi, English, everything. So please read that. And that will tell you that what is NEP. Discipline and ambience, mindset for achievements, participate in activities, cultural, sports, research, NCC. See that every student of your college must participate at least in one activity, minimum one. Who will take that efforts? I mean, when we sometimes we say that we have got 10,000 students or 5,000 students. I'm talking about degree college students only right now. If there is in Maharashtra is the only state where junior colleges are attached to degree college. There are many colleges, 90% and above colleges in Maharashtra are having a joint venture with joint junior college and degree college. But in other states, degree colleges are separate, junior colleges separate. Whatever. The principal is one, and the teachers and the principals should see that every student must participate in one single activity, whether it is NCC, NSS, research, sports, culture, or whatever. Prepare for, when I say cultural, I'm talking about dance, drama, music, fine art, theatre. There are many more kind of things. There are 32 kind of different kind of things. I can vouch and I can speak, I can deliver a separate lecture on cultural activities, even because the kind of thing which was mentioned, inter-university cultural competition, Avishkar, inter-university research competition, sports, inter-university Kreda Mahotsav, that is sports competition, or we can talk about NSS, Avan, inter-university disaster preparedness programs. All these activities which are run by Chancellor's office, which the guidelines how to conduct that are written by me. So I know all kind of activities and I participated in that. बड़प्पन की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं. I was lucky that I could learn. I'm still learning. Prepare for competitive examination. बच्चे ठीक है. When I talk about competitive exams का मतलब ये नहीं कि only IAS and IPS and kind of thing. There are a number of different kind of examination. Like you need to only search for that. There are MPSC, under MPSC there are number of banking exam kind of examination. But then we are sorting for in collecting information, and then we cannot give it to our students. I'm not blaming anybody. It might have happened with me also. But then it is for us to know that if we can collect knowledge, then we can give it to others. Imbibe good habits. Good habits can under good habits, number of this will come in that. So I will not go on that today. This is for students. Develop good relation with parents, teachers. Very important now. Unfortunately, because of this media kind of thing, there is a big gap happening between the parents and the students. You might have observed that. There is always a gap between the teachers and the parents. I mean, the teachers and the students. There is a gap between the society and the parents, students. So all this gap need to be, minimized as far as possible. That is possible only with the help of the teachers like us and the leaders like Principal Madam and all. Proper use of media, the impact of media, how impact of media has taken a role. I do not go in because there can be separate lecture on that. Impact of mass media on the students and the teachers and everything. Why not think of positive impact? It is possible. So when there is a negative kind of thing, there is also a positive kind of thing. So let us think always positive. Parents, whether when you are organizing a parents meeting, see that the parents are told about all this kind of thing. They should attend the parents teachers meeting, regular review from children, regular visit to colleges, interaction with teachers, spare time with the children, learn update on current scenario of education system. I mean, I do not know. It has been told by the universities and the state government that every institution should organize the parents meeting to make the awareness on the NEP 2020. But it is not happened to the extent which has been. Matter taken care, but it has not happened. Unless the parents are not educated, that information will not go reach to the students properly. So it's a triangle, the institution, the parents and the students should all come together. Even one should organize the awareness of the parents, awareness on the NEP 2020 to the community also. Or with the help of community, you can organize a program. Like Rotary Club, Lions Club, International Club. There are a number of different kind of programs happening. So please do that. Provide optimum facilities. Then create proper ambience for studies. Very important. At home, whatever. I will not say that they must have separate classroom, the room for the students, but whatever minimum requirement to be done, taken care by the parents. Alumni plays a very important role. Whether every institution has a registered alumni association, it is not as per the requirement for the NAAC and all. I am an alumni of Ruya College. I left Ruya College 50 years back, but still I am alumni, and contributing whatever little I could. Interaction with parent students, contribution for the social institution development, career guidance, contribute in placement, guidance for this is all how with the help of alumni association you can do it. The next slide is important for me. Increase sense of belongingness. If you are, I mean, you as an institution, if you are taking care of your alumni and giving the ownership, increase the sense of belongingness, then facilitated lifelong learning. Some of the alumni would like to continue further studies. Its continuity will happen. Then need-based approach for the financial support from the alumni, maybe alumni association, promote the work of alumni, appreciate their work, hybrid approach to alumni, I mean events, involvement, show the where donations are being used, whatever donations are given by alumni association, alumni, show them. That will talk about transparency of your institution, provide professional development opportunities, mutual development, offer holistic well-being support, continuity and belongingness. This can continue further. Then all the immediate sphere, whatever you have your nearby institution, maybe your government, semi-government offices, volunteer organization, NGOs, colleges, collaborative programs, you can conduct collaborative programs, extension activities with them, like especially for the NSS, NCC, walk, nature walk, and whatever. Institution distinction, how your institution is different from your other institution, that you have to identify, and then interaction with the renowned persons. Like, there are a number of different kind of renowned persons available nearby. Invite them to your college, use their knowledge. No, I'm not going to focus on talk about the professor of practice and whatnot, but even the person who has experiential learning can contribute a lot for the development of students. Functional MOUs with industry, institution, internship, best practices. You need to identify your own kind of best practices and do a lot. What are the qualities needed within us? I don't say you, within includes me. Understand the purpose of education. What is the purpose of education? When you go to your first class, first lecture to the students, ask your students why are they are taking education. You will get different kind of answers. Collect them, classify that, and then you will understand that. Or this kind of question was not asked to us when we were student. Then integrity and sincerity in ourselves, self-realization, self-motivation, self-evaluation, fear, tension, free education. Is it fear, tension, fear-free education or tension-free education? Or is it competition-free education? It is all to be question mark. Because without competition, nothing is going to happen. And there is always a competition. Right? So need to be taken in, given an approach. Constant updating towards knowledge, learning, use of technology is very important, which I have used this use of technology number of times, and you all have been doing it. Understanding education policy. Before that, you should know different kind of policies which has happened earlier. NAAC assessment and accreditation processes, which has been nicely explained by Professor Satyavanji, and also it is available on the NAAC web portal also. Rules and regulation of the Act. You should all know, read the Maharashtra Public University Act, University Grant Commission Act. Then you should visit the different website of VUC, NAAC, SIT, AICT, government university website, your own college website to be updated properly and to be taken care. Then whether you want to go to for autonomy, the advantages and disadvantages of autonomy, we can have a separate lecture by Satyavan sir, because he belong to autonomous college, and because the advantages are, there are many of autonomy, and therefore there are number of different kind of GRs available in autonomy, documents available in autonomy, and you see also as even in Maharashtra as on today, there are number of institutions 5,000 and above, but the number is of autonomous colleges not even crossed 250 so far, as what my knowledge is. Various funding agencies are available, whether you can get different kind of funding. Forget about only RUSA or UGC. There are number of different kind of funding agencies available. You need to work on that and identify. The challenges of NEP 2020, I will not go in because I have to see the timing also. This is almost 12:55. So we can have 10-15 minutes more kind of thing. I will share this my presentation to you. Lastly, but not normally, what we do, we take it easy. It is a concept of common people. Make it easy is a concept of leader. You decide whether you want to become a leader or a common person. So at the end, I always believe that knowledge makes you more intelligent. Good learner becomes more knowledgeable. Learning is a continuous process and not an event. Let us begin learning today as it is never late. I am still learning at this age of mine and I had to learn from you, and therefore because of you, I could prepare this presentation by whatever little knowledge I had, but I had to work on it, and that has increased my knowledge to some extent. Thank you very much for that. Thank you to all the members who are present over here, and I'll stop my presentation and over to the discussion to everybody. So Satyavan sir, are you there? Yeah, Kondekar sir, please take over.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Pabrekar, sir, for your insightful address. Your talk was really very informative and engaging as well. Thank you very much, sir. Now we have reached in question and answer session. I request the participants, if they have any query or question, they can raise their hand and ask the question by unmuting themselves. Or you can write your question in the chat box also.
My request to you, all the participants must write the question in the chat box. It will remain with the institution. Even though it is recorded, so some question, you can start with Josna Jumale. I think she has raised her hand. Josna madam? Is she there? Anybody else, please?
Yes, Dr. Josna ma'am, you can ask your question. You have raised your hand. Please ask your question.
There is a question in chat box.
Chat box. Yes.
Is there any progressive aspects between accreditation and national education policy? Sir.
What is the question?
Is there any progressive aspects between accreditation and national education policy?
Now, accreditation process, they have the next the term for the NAAC assessment is going to be totally dependent on the NEP implementation. So they are collaborated. I mean, if anybody goes with that, you will get a complete idea that how they have incorporated NEP, inclusion of NEP or implementation of NEP in assessment process of NAAC. It is given. Satyavan sir
I think Satyavan sir has had some work, so he has left.
Okay, all right. But the things are very clear. It is being available on the NAAC portal, and they have categorically mentioned that how implementation of NEP is going to be used. I mean, considered for the assessment of the process of NAAC or by NAAC.
Yeah, one more question is there.
Yes, one more question is there, sir. Dr. Nagalakshmi ma'am is asking to suggest some innovative and best practices.
See, as I said very clearly, best practices will be different from any kind of institution. You need to identify. You have to call a meeting of all your teachers, all your departments, ask them what best they can do it. They can identify good practices in their department first, collect all the good activities, discuss over that. Because what is mean by the term best practices is which is going to be experimental, applicable, and will be continuous. It will be useful for the students and the community around. That is the best practice. So identify a number of different good practices being happening in every department, collect them together, discuss over that. I will not say discard, but shorten that, come to some better practice. From better practices, maybe out of 100, you have taken 10. From that 10, you take out maybe 2-3 best practices, work on it, discuss on it. And if it continues for 2-3 years, then only you can say that it is the best practice of our college. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Mr. Shashikant. His question is, in transition phase from non-NEP and NEP, what precautions be taken about data?
Let's see, in case of, will not talk about data against that, because basically every institution has to take care that whatever they do, they have to keep the information on the record of the entire kind of thing. So assessment by NAAC is happening once in 5 years. Or maybe, I mean, as was pointed out by Vinay Kumarji, maturity-based kind of graded system is going to happen. That it will be like, principal madam can talk about, because she is more concerned with the engineering college, NBA, they take care of the program kind of thing. So there, every program has to be accredited by NBA.
Yes.
In NAAC is an institutional kind of thing. So, madam, if you can just talk about this a little better.
Yes, sir. Actually, like in NBA, it is a departmental accreditation, and NAAC is overall college assessment, the assessment which is there. So, as per the question was related to NEP, I think, it is
Right,
how.
right.
Yes, the question was related.
Yeah. So NEP related, like sir pointed out, that the NAAC is now focusing main on outcome based, or it is focusing on skill based, or like internship and projects and all these. So we need to accordingly, as per the NEP syllabus, accordingly the same will be reflected in NAAC. So we need to accordingly do the documentation process, and actually we need to implement and do the documentation process, so we can match the NEP and NAAC requirement.
That's true, madam. But my point is very clear.
Yeah.
I will be happy that all the teachers who are attending here, because they are
Yeah.
all great people. Everybody is educated and talented and everything. They represent their own institution.
Yes.
मेरा इतना ही कहना है कि are we going to work only for the purpose of assessment by NAAC or NBA or something like that? So if we are talking about quality enhancement, it should be continuous process. And therefore, my concern, by don't do it only for the sake of NAAC.
Yes,
Do
sir.
it for the sake of our own institution and our continuous upliftment of our students and community around us. But
Yes.
so NEP is very important document. Very good.
Yes.
I mean, I told you very clearly. I'm still learning that NEP document.
Yes.
It's a concentrate of the 3,000 and odd pages, which was the first draft which was given. It was more than 3,000 pages. I could not read it, but then because I have worked in state government, I know different committees have, there are about 9 committees who have worked on that. And there are about 1 lakh of suggestions that come, more than 1 lakh. The entire big committee headed by Rangan sir, and they had work on it. So my request to you all, appeal to you all, please read NEP document. If you read it once, read it twice. If you read it twice, read it more times.
Yes.
Then only because it is government is not going to do anything. It is teachers play important role in implementation of NEP. So it is not principal or the administrator and the don't wait for the vice chancellor. See, for example, let me tell you, I'm sorry. In 2020, during Corona period, committee has launched their NEP document, but nobody bothered. Ultimately, what happened? The direction came from central government, state government, then state government to you, higher education, and then to us. So then ultimately, reverse way, the teachers will depend on HODs. HODs will depend on principal. Principal will depend upon vice chancellor. University will depend upon state government. State government depend upon central government. So like that, we have wasted, it is not you, we all have wasted about 4 to 5 years in working on the NEP. And therefore, any kind of, it is always said, change is always a slow process. नया कुछ भी जब आता है तो उसको टाइम लगता है. But then if you understand, we are all educated. When we say we are teachers, we are educated. If we cannot understand, then how we expect that something is going to happen with the students and the parents and the society around? It is our responsibility to take that on that. It is not a small number. We are about more than lakh of teachers in the state, right? We need to do it. So my request to you all, please don't focus only on the assessment by NBA and NAAC and preparing document. Think of that we are lucky that we could get opportunity to work as a teacher. We are in a noble profession. We are
Yes.
lucky that community depends on us. There are a number of society people respects you a lot. When we go to community, how do you introduce yourself? Professor Dr. Pramod Pavarekar.
Yes.
Nothing wrong in that. When you own it, when you say that you are professor, associate, or whatever. Normally, we don't use the term assistant professor, associate professor. We say professor. Nothing wrong. Good. When you own it, it is happening because of the institution. Because of that, we are lucky that you are a part of the institution. Right? Sorry. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Sopan Bonde, sir. He's asking when NAAC new assessment portal open for accreditation?
That is available on the NAAC website portal. That is, as I said, ask them to please visit www.naac.gov.in.
Yes,
Go to the
sir.
website that you will get everything information there.
Yes.
Dr. Prashant Avte sir is asking, please explain how record is kept by EasyWay.
See, recording or documentation is a process. It's a technique. Basically, it all depends upon how do you do it. Because according to me, Principal Madam also rightly said that normally IQC or the NAAC committee works only during the NAAC is going to come or sometimes, right? Instead of that, if our records, whatever we do, like whatever, any kind of activity is being done, that activity report has to be prepared. It should be prepared in both soft copies and hard copies. The one copy you can give it to the accuracy coordinator, one copy to the principal, one copy to the library. Library can become a custodian where the all records can be. The soft copy document can be prepared. You can prepare in different folders, criteria 1 to 10. Now there are a number of different criteria. It is 7 criteria over now. There are new things has come. So as per the classification, you can prepare the folders. In that folder, you keep it. Please note that every institution has to provide the information to a number of different agencies, for example, NAAC hai, NBA hai, state government hai, joint Director office hai, AICG hai, like that. Or you have to apply for some kind of thing, RUSA hai, for example, grants. So it should be one institute, one data. It should not, even in case of what has happened now, especially during this NAAC of the earlier process, where there was what was called a DVV, document validation and verification.
Yes.
It was given to third party.
Yes.
So third party means again they may not be connected to education field at all. So they have to depend on the data available, and therefore your website should be perfectly done. Or whatever data you provide to university, to joint Director office, your data acquisition office should be same. Now, on one thing you say that number of students are 200, कई जगह 300 है. So that will not happen. That will give a negative marking to your system, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
documentation is a technique where you have to identify your own techniques. How do you classify? How do you keep it? Hard copies and also on the soft copies, and then because a system has to be developed.
Yes.
Of course, I remember my principal madam has already reminded me that RUSA had prepared one document earlier. It was on complete, but then ultimately it could not work because of change in the system. And by this time, Dr. Doshi and myself, we did it, but I left RUSA. But there was a system available. You can prepare with the help of your students, of your computer science students. You can prepare your own thing and keep a data. Or updating the data is possible. Technology matters a lot. Avte sir bola.
सर तुम्ही माझाच क्वेश्चन एक्सप्लेन केला आता.
हो ना, बरोबर ना. कळलं ना तुम्हाला?
थँक्यू सर.
तुमचं कॉलेज कुठलं आहे?
माझं आर्णी, डिस्ट्रिक्ट यवतमाळ, भारती महाविद्यालय.
ओके, व्हेरी गुड. यवतमाळ येऊन गेले मी तुमच्याकडे. तुमच्या राम मनोहर मिश्रांचं कॉलेज कुठलं?
कोणाचं सर?
राम मनोहर मिश्रा.
हा, अमोलकचंद कॉलेज.
अमोलकचंद कॉलेज मी येऊन गेलो ना. रुसामध्ये आलो तर रुसाच्या कार्यक्रम आलो तिथे.
अच्छा सर. आता
अजय लाड पण तिथे आहेत.
हो लाड आहेत लाड सर ते.
He is the director of innovation in
Yes,
technology
yes,
ना
yes.
आता.
हा,
बरोबर.
yes.
I know
Thank you very
everybody.
much.
Maharashtraमध्ये मी all universities I have visited, all districts I have visited, 1,500 colleges I have visited. So I know many people.
Thank you very much, sir.
बोला बोला पुढे.
Sir,
Bolo.
we have one more question from Shashikant sir. He said that his college has become autonomous in last 3 years. And he's asking what changes are expected in Tier 1 and Tier 2.
Changes are expected in?
Tier 1 and Tier 2.
No, that is yet to come, madam. See, autonomous college will be expected more. Autonomous colleges are like a university. So university and autonomous colleges are rated almost at equal level now. Autonomous colleges can do wonders provided they are taking more efforts in the implementation of everything. And there are number of good autonomous colleges in Nagpur area also. Madam, Raisoni वगैरे आहेत ना?
रायसोनी सर इंजिनिअरिंग मध्ये खूप झालेत आता आणि इथे पिंजाणी जे कॉलेज आहे इथलं आपलं आर्ट्स कॉमर्स सायन्स दॅट इज ऑटोनॉमस देन बजाज सायन्स कॉलेज
कमला नेहरू पण आहे ना? कमला नेहरू पण आहे ना ऑटोनॉमस?
कमला नेहरू आय एम नॉट शुअर सर बट बजाज सायन्स कॉलेज
बजाज सायन्स वर्धाचे आहे ते.
That is also autonomous and engineering college almost all are autonomous, but their working
Most
is
of
like
them are
different.
autonomous.
Yeah.
So
yes,
my
sir.
dear Mike, a request to you that in university, if you go to the website of University Grant Commission, UGC, www.ugc.ac.in, if you visit that, you go to the colleges, then you will get a list of autonomous colleges. You can download it. You can identify the colleges from nearby your area affiliated to University दिलेला आहे.
Yes.
I can see here you need to take some efforts. सगळ्या गोष्टी रेडीमेड नाही मिळत. It's not, don't expect that also. And I'm still working on that.
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Our next question is from Dhritiman sir. He's saying that we got our NAAC accreditation in February this year. Since then, we are clueless about how to prepare as a new AQAR format, RAF, MBGL are not announced.
No, for that matter, what they have to do, they have to write to the NAAC help desk.
Yes.
Over the mail. They will reply to it. Or you can take the help of Dr. Kondekar.
Sir, on HEI portal, when you log in, you can ask the queries and questions.
Yes.
They immediately reply on that.
Ma'am, I think
Madam,
now-
chat box पर टाका दे.
Yeah.
Sir, I guess the questions are over. There is one more question from Dr. Prashant Thavte, sir. Is any idea about new AQR? He's again asking about new AQAR.
See, new AQR, everything kind of available only on the NAAC website.
Yes.
Nothing is with me, right? So my personal request to you all that Dr. Sanjeev, Principal Madam, my presentation is available with Dr. Sanjeev. You can give it to over the mail to everybody, no problem. I want that knowledge to be spread over, not to be kept over, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for clarifying all the questions and answering very well. Thank you very much, sir. Now we have reached in the valedictory session of today's symposium, and that is attitude of gratitude. We are really very overwhelmed to see a great response from all the participants. On behalf of Nutan Adarsh College, I extend a wide round of applause and thanks to all the participants who made this event memorable one.
अरे शीतल मॅडम, त्याच्या तुम्ही बंद करायच्या आधी प्रिन्सिपल मॅडमना बोलून द्या जरा 5 मिनिटं जरा.
Okay.
हा, she has a right. She is the chairperson. Yes, she should.
Yes, I request Principal Ma'am, Dr.
Yes,
Archana
yes.
Savai.
Yes, sir.
She has a right.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for such a wonderful session. Means like it is actually the whatever you have deliver it is related to like beyond accreditation, what is there, because accreditation and criteria, all these we know, we can get this information from NAAC website and everywhere, but actually what is to be done, how it is to be executed, that is more important. आणि सरांनी खूप सुंदर त्याच्यावर अतिशय छान पद्धतीने सर तुम्ही त्याच्यावर आम्हाला गाईड केलंय. आणि आय थिंक जसं क्वालिटी म्हणतात आपण, लाईक क्वालिटी इज व्हॉट वी डू वेन नोबडी इज लुकिंग ॲट अस, व्हॉट वी एक्झॅक्टली डू. इट मे बी इन अ क्लासरूम, इट मे बी एनीवेअर इन द कॅम्पस, anywhere. So it was very delightful, sir, listening to you. And I am also thankful to Satyavan Hanegave sir and our own Dr. Vinay Kumar Upadhyay sir, ki they have also touched the various different aspects of this quality. And it is really, I think it's a habit. This quality, it should be a habit. It's a culture. And like I also discuss with my faculty members that whenever you do any event, immediately prepare a report. We made a register. You enter in that register so that the IQAC coordinator knows that what activities are conducted in the college. And there is a lot more to learn, sir. And it was really very nice to listen to you. And we'll definitely implement. I have taken notes from your presentation. Though you are sharing your presentation, we'll be definitely implementing many things from your presentation. And in future also, sir, we would like to get guidance and knowledge from you.
I will be happy if you organize one session only for the admin staff.
Okay. Yes, sir, we are planning that.
ते करा तुम्ही, काय
बिलकुल.
फार महत्वाचं आहे. त्यांना आपण कमी लिखू नका त्यांना.
नाही सर, we have already.
We can do it for all the online करा, हरकत नाही.
Yes, sir. आम्ही आता रिसेंटलीच करणार आहे आणि वी हॅव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस विथ द ऍडमिन स्टाफ ऑल्सो अँड विल डेफिनेटली डू दॅट. सो दॅट इज व्हेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड.
व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. दुसरी गोष्ट अशी की in my presentation there is my mobile number and email address also. Those who have any more questions, you can write to me. I'll answer to that. No problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Please use this entire information which is given to you without mentioning my name. No problem. But continue.
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Finally, I would like to invite Ms. Madhuri Barve, ma'am, to express vote of thanks. Ms. Madhuri Barve, ma'am, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for gathering here for today's symposium. On the behalf of our college, I extend my sincere thanks to our special guest and chairperson of today's symposium, Honorable Dr. Pramod Pabrekar, sir, who spared his valuable time from his busy schedule. Today, we had an opportunity to hear you, sir. Your valuable thoughts and guidance will surely help us in all our future endeavors. We all are inspired by your words. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our first speaker, respected Dr. Hanegave, sir, for his valuable presence and guidance. Sir, you gave deep insight into the topic. Thank you for that. I would like to thank our second speaker, Dr. Upadhyay, sir, for giving an excellent coverage to today's topic. Thank you, sir. Special thanks to our respected principal, Dr. Chaudhary, ma'am. She has been our inspiration and driving force. Thank you, ma'am, for giving this opportunity. I would also like to thank IQAC coordinator, Dr. Kondekar, sir, for arranging this beautiful and excellent event. It's my pleasure to thank all the participants who have joined today's session and your active participation. I also want to thank all the professors of college, IQAC members, all teaching, non-teaching staff to put forth this flawless event. Lastly, I would like to thank Ms. Mende ma'am for her beautiful anchoring. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for being a part of this event. We appreciated your time and contribution to make this event successful. Thank you for your cooperation and patience. We definitely look forward to more such moments in the future.